Hey, what's up, everybody? Coach Kyle here, and the folks at Casper Mattresses sent me a infograph to share with my readers on my blog, and I thought it would be neat if I accompanied the infograph about why sleep is important with my experience with how I improve my sleep. And one thing is that I do get about 8 hours of sleep every night, but I am pretty much incapable of sleeping in. It is extremely rare that I sleep past 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock is pretty good, but I do go to bed fairly early, especially during the school year. My wife's a teacher. So there are some things I do to optimize how I fall asleep and how I sleep through the night. And a few of those ways are I realized in the last couple years that that snacking at night, that eating my meal too late in the evening, would affect how easily I fell asleep. Because if you eat a snack or a meal close to bedtime, that food is right in your stomach being digested, and that makes noise. And if it's quiet in the bedroom, I can kind of feel or hear my food in my stomach, and that can keep me up. Another thing is that I try to purposely avoid drinking too many beverages before bedtime. This is tea or beer, but I found that when I was drinking a lot of tea or beer or water or whatever in the couple hours before bed, I would wake up in the middle of the night. I would wake up early in the morning to go to the bathroom, and I would often have trouble falling asleep. Or if I did fall asleep, that would at least interrupt my sleep. So I do drink a ton of water, coffee, tea during the day. So I'm not like limiting my hydration, but I'm just trying to limit it in the hour or two before bed. Also, we have invested in dark curtains to keep out sunlight, and we also have eye masks in our bedroom. And I don't always use the eye mask, but it's nice to have the eye mask on hand in the morning. So if I do wake up, and the dark curtains do a pretty good job, but they don't keep out all light. So if I wake up at 5 o'clock and there's a little bit of light peeking through, I can throw the eye mask on, and that'll help me sleep a little better for a few more hours. Something else is that I actually have set a go to sleep alarm. And this, I found out, is an option in the iPhone where you can set an alarm to go to bed. So let's say I usually go to bed about 9 o'clock. If I have my bedtime alarm set for 8 p.m., I'll know that when that goes off, I need to kind of start wrapping up what I'm doing and kind of wind down the day. And maybe by 9 o'clock, I'll be in bed, or at least really getting ready for bed. Finally, the most important thing is how to wake up. And what I use is called the Sleep Cycle iPhone app. And this is incredibly crucial, in my opinion, to waking up in the morning and feeling well. So what this does is I plug it in and I put it under my pillow, and it detects your sleep cycles, and it detects when you're in the most restless sleep cycle. So let's say I'm waking up at 6 o'clock. I set the wake up window for 5:30 to 6 o'clock. And anytime during that half-hour period, if I move, it will detect that I'm in my most restless sleep cycle. I'm not in a deep sleep. So it will vibrate and wake me up. So if my wife is sleeping in, it lightly vibrates under my pillow, and it's not an alarm. It doesn't startle her. It doesn't even startle me. It's like I just lightly wake up. But usually my number one tip for waking up early in the morning, let's say before work, for people to go out and run, is to use the sleep cycle alarm. So those are my tips for optimizing my sleep and hopefully yours as well. Things like dark curtains, a sleep mask, avoiding food or drink in the couple hours before bed, and waking up easily with the sleep cycle alarm. If you have any other questions or comments, tips that you might use, please comment below and I'd be happy to read them.